What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another video, man. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing fitness criteria of the average man, fitness criteria for the above average man, and various standards that I believe that every man should be able to achieve. And for a lot of you guys, hopefully watching this, you're probably going to feel a lot better about yourselves if you're somebody who has actually been taking your fitness and your physique seriously. Hopping into the video, these statistics that I found were from a couple different websites, and I'm going to go ahead and link them in the description. So feel free in your free time to go ahead, check out the links in the description of this video. But for starters, I basically extracted a bunch of information from these websites and made this chart right here, man. So 88% of men in America don't actually go to the gym. And some statistics to start, the average age of a man in general in America is 34. The average height of a man in America is 5'9", and the average weight of a man in America is 175 pounds, which overall, if you think about it, it's not really that bad, right? I was actually surprised to see these statistics. I would think the weight, since obesity is very prevalent in the US, would be a little bit more, but overall, looking at the statistics of the average American man in terms of height and weight, right, it's not too bad. I think the more alarming statistic so far is the fact that 88% of men in America don't go to gym. Looking now at some fitness statistics, right, the average man can only do 1 pull-up. The average man can only do 27 push-ups. The average man in America has a mile time of 8 minutes and 34 seconds. His bench press is only 160 pounds. He has $3,000 saved in the bank. The average squat for the average man is 120 pounds, and he has a body fat percentage of around 20%. Honestly, looking at these statistics, either A, you're feeling like, what the fuck? This is actually kind of alarming. I can't hit half of these. Or B, you're like, wow, I can absolutely shatter all these statistics. And for those of you that go to the gym consistently for, at least 3 to 4 times a week, these statistics for the average man are pretty pathetic. I mean, if you really think about it, if you just do like the bare minimum and go 3 times a week and have a consistent gym routine, guys, you should easily be able to achieve all of this shit. I mean, 1 pull-up, that's just sad. I mean, that is absolutely sad. Like, the most basic exercise at the gym, a man can only do 1 pull-up. And I'm not going to lie, 27 push-ups is decent. I thought the number for push-ups would be a little bit lower, but come on, man. 1 pull-up? That's absolutely insane. In terms of the bench press, I thought the bench would be a little bit lower, around 135, but 160-pound bench press for the average man, I don't think that's necessarily that bad. The mile time, 8 minutes, 34 seconds. For somebody who doesn't really train or run, right, it makes sense. 20% body fat, that's like very skinny fat. The average squat is pathetic in my opinion, 120 pounds. And these 2 statistics were from the other website that I have. Not really related to fitness, but I think overall, to sum up the video, they're important to include. $40,000 per year, the average man's making around that, and he has around $3,000 saved in the bank, which it's not that much, guys. I mean, you have no excuse to have only $3,000 saved up in the bank, man. So a couple of these statistics I think are reasonable. However, a couple of them are very eye-opening. Like 1 pull-up is pathetic, 20% body fat is pathetic, an average squat of 120 pounds is pretty pathetic in my opinion. Yeah, man, I mean, 160-pound bench press, I guess that's the only one that's a little bit higher than what I thought it would be for the average man. So now going on to the next column, I think this is what every man should be able to achieve at a bare minimum by the age of 34, assuming they're constantly training and have held themselves accountable and have some type of discipline, right? 10 pull-ups, 30 push-ups, an 8-minute mile, a 1-rep max of 185 pounds on the bench press, 80 grand per year, has at least 12K saved in the bank, at least $12,000 saved in the bank, can squat at least 225 pounds, and has a body fat percentage of 17%. For those of you guys that consistently go to the gym, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are absolutely crushing these stats. No excuses, man. If you're somebody who's just not going to the gym, not taking care of your physique, man. I mean, this is the bare minimum by age 34. I truly believe every man should be able to achieve. Every man should be able to at least hit an 8-minute mile. I think that's very reasonable, right? It's not like I'm asking you to run like a 5-minute or 6-minute mile like you're a freaking like cross country or even a marathon runner by any means, but an 8-minute mile, man, that should be very achievable. If you do at least some type of cardio every week on a consistent basis, I do think that hitting an 8-minute mile is very, very reasonable, man. And the next column that I made is what the athletic man should be able to achieve by age 34. And I'm not even considering myself to be that athletic, right? I'm not, a star athlete. I never was. But these past couple years of me hitting the gym very consistently, right, has led to me easily shattering a lot of, these statistics. And I'm sure a lot of you guys who train consistently probably also shattered these statistics for the athletic man. The athletic man, right, by age 34, should be able to do 12 or more pull-ups, right? In fact, a lot of you guys out there who are super athletic probably do your pull-ups weighted. Overall, in terms of normal pull-ups, right, the athletic man should be able to do at least 12 normal pull-ups. 40 or more push-ups, again, very reasonable. So I think you should always have, push-ups into your workout, right? At least do some basic calisthenic exercises. But definitely the athletic man should be able to do 40 or more push-ups. Going to, the mile time, 7:30 or less mile time. Again, this is the athletic man. I know a lot of you guys probably aren't going to hit a 7-minute and 30-second mile, but again, this is the athletic man. That top tier, athletic man should be able to achieve at least a 7-minute, 30-second mile time, right? But, if you're between 8 minutes and between 7 minutes and 30 seconds, man, I think you're overall in a very good shape. Moving on, back to weights, right? 225-pound bench press. Very, very reasonable if you're somebody who's been lifting for at least, 4-5 years. Now, tangenting to, finances, right? And the reason I have these finance statistics is basically because one of the websites I found had a small section for financials. So I thought, why not put them on there? The superior man, 100K per year at least, and has at least 20 grand saved in the bank. And then tangenting back to fitness, 315-pound squat, and has a body fat percentage of 14% or less, man. And honestly, if you're somebody who's been training for a while, a lot of these statistics in terms of the athletic man, you should be able to shatter. Just taking fitness seriously, right? Implementing cardio as well, at least like once a week into your workouts. Just being the overall package from a fitness perspective, man. You could easily smash 14% body fat. In fact, a lot of you guys who take this stuff super seriously in terms of your diet as well are probably well within 14%, probably in like 11 or 12%, man. So anyways, these are some statistics of just the average American man, as well as what I believe every man should be able to achieve at a bare minimum by, I guess, their prime in their 30s, because everybody always talks about, 35 is the prime, but let me know if you're on track to reach these, if you've reached these standards, or if you've absolutely exceeded these standards and you're in the athletic man column, bro. Shout out to the websites that I used, Kabashi.com and EXRXNet, for just researching some fitness statistics, and I'll link these in the description below. And as always, let me know your thoughts, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.